There is a Rilakkuma game for the Switch. This game was released on November 5th, 2020, and I've actually had it since November 2020, so why haven't I made a video on it yet? Well, I'm a little bit insecure about my Japanese. I can speak some Japanese, I've studied it off and on for quite a while, but I am in no way fluent at all. But I really want to make this video, so I'm just gonna try my gosh darn best. Uchi de Rilakkuma, Rilakkuma ga uchi ni yate kira. Or in English, Rilakkuma at home, Rilakkuma has come to our house, which is a bit redundant, is a very low-key Rilakkuma sim game. I already forgot the controls, okay. It's so messy. This game was only released in Japan and only in Japanese language. It is available through the Japanese eShop, which I think you just need to make a Japanese Nintendo account in order to purchase from. I bought a physical copy from Japan You Want, which is a site that sells Japanese goods worldwide. Japan You Want started by only selling Tamagotchi products, but now they have a lot of other intellectual properties, including a whole Rilakkuma section, and this video is no way sponsored or affiliated with them at all. I just wanted to recommend them because I've used them for Tamagotchis for years. They're really easy to order from, and there's lots of cute stuff on that site, and it's all reasonably priced. The Nintendo Switch is not region locked, so whether you get a digital copy or a physical copy, you will be able to play on any Switch, no matter where you are. The objective of this game is to care for Rilakkuma and friends, as well as collect stamps. You can do this by cleaning and styling their living area. Absolutely riveting gameplay. Playing with them in the exercise mode, and playing different mini games with them. Doing each of these things will raise the amount of Rilakkuma honey that you have, and once the jar is full, you will unlock more stamps. For every 2 stamps, you will unlock coins that you can buy pieces to decorate the apartment with. You can also use these coins to buy treats for the Kumas and Kiratori. One thing that I found frustrating about this game is that I use a Pro controller whenever I play with my Switch, and that is because I now have 3 sets of Joy-Cons that all have drift. Yeah, they're like impossible to use. I don't even know if you can see this one because it's green. And I know that there is a way to send your Joy-Cons into Nintendo and have them repaired, and I need to do that, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But this game is not compatible with a Pro controller, so you have to use Joy-Cons. So I borrowed some from my roommate, and hopefully they won't get drift. This game will work in handheld mode and on a Switch Lite. You will use more of the touchscreen, and the exercise game uses buttons instead of motion. When you first open the game, everything is explained to you through these storybook text screens. At first I was trying to translate each page because I found that it was good Japanese practice, and I'm thankful that all kanji throughout this game will have hiragana above it, because kanji is definitely an area in Japanese that I struggle with. However, there's just so many of these screens that I got tired of it and ended up just holding my phone up to the screen with Google Translate open to just translate them for me. And luckily the font is clean enough that Google Translate can pick it up. I really don't like when games present tutorials in this way, where it's just walls of text over and over again, and I feel that this game over-explained things. Just give me the controls. I don't need all of this explained to me. The most important controls are ZR, which will make your hand cursor appear, and then the A button is to execute things like patting, brushing, or feeding. When your hand is near something it can interact with, it will turn into a pointed finger, and this is a bit fidgety to control. It took me a while to realize that you can feed them all at once, because at first I was doing the selection where you have to choose just one of them and then you hand feed them, which is cute, but I feel bad when the other 2 don't get fed and they just look sad. You can pick it up and just give it to one of them. Oh! Okay. Then they look sad! See, I feel badly! No! But you can feed them more manually. Over time, the Kumas will get this flower pattern on their ear, and that's a signal that they are messy or unkept, which is funny because in the trailer for this, I thought that that was actually like some sort of intentional design, and I didn't realize that it was a sign of them not being cared for. It's more difficult to tell when Kiratori needs to be brushed, but the little sprout on their head will get a little bit fuzzy as well, and you can brush that out too. The exercise mode is actually a lot of fun. It's a cheerleader-themed rhythm game. I actually really enjoyed it, and I realized that even though on screen they're showing that you should step in time with the game, you don't actually have to do that. It's not like the Wii Fit game where if you stop marching, it won't work anymore. So I ended up sitting down and playing it, but then I also realized that the direction of your arms doesn't really matter either. The only thing that matters is that you do it in the correct time. But if you decide to rest your arms, I do suggest to be careful of your wrists, not to just do this and to just like be wary of that. Even though it wasn't totally necessary, I still wanted to make the most out of it for myself, so I tried my best to follow the instructions properly. Same, Rilakkuma, same. And my arms did get a little bit sore afterwards. I realized that if you put your arm up too soon, you don't get penalized for it the way that you do in like DDR if you step too soon. If I'm just doing this now, it's not really a problem. There are 3 mini games. One of them is based on luck. You get a party streamer and you pull strings from it. You each take a turn between you and the other characters, and the objective is for it not to explode while it's in your hand. The last time I played this, I lost immediately. I pulled the string and it exploded immediately, so let's hope that it goes a little bit longer this time. So Rilakkuma is going to represent me in this game. How do I do it again? Yeah. Alright. This is slightly anxiety inducing. Oh, poor Kiratori! So I guess Rilakkuma won. But Rilakkuma didn't even get to go. That's not fair, but the screen is really cute. There's also a snowball game, which for some reason takes place indoors and your snowballs are pink. I'm not gonna question it, it's cute. I didn't have to clean up snow in the room afterwards, so I'm grateful for that. Oh, is this like another level up? Oh no, 850 though, not bad. The last game is rock, paper, scissors, and this is the most challenging game when it comes to knowing Japanese. It would be beneficial if you can at least recognize hiragana characters, and I'm going to make a very clear guide for this if you want to play this. If you don't know Japanese, it would be helpful to at least sort of memorize the look of the first character of each of these words. So when you see kate, this means to win. So this is directing you to choose the rock, paper, scissors answer that will win against both Kumas. If you see a Kuma head and then ni kate, that means to win against that specific bear. Aiko means to tie or draw or the same. So when you see this term as well as a bear head, aiko, that just means that you need to do the same or cause a draw for just that bear. The last word that you will see is makete, which means to lose against. So if you see this, you want to play the hand that will lose against these bears. And if you see the bear head ni makete, it means lose against that bear. I will put just a little graphic on screen of this so that you can maybe screenshot this and hold it if you decide to play this game. This is exciting. I haven't gone to Chairoikoguma's area yet. At all, because it wasn't ready when I was playing it before and writing my review, so I'm really excited to see what's over there. And there's a little bee! Oh, Rilakkuma bee! What the heck? Oh my gosh! Oh, okay, I'm like crying at how cute this is. Alright, so in this area you can harvest apples and strawberries, I think, to feed everybody as a snack, and I think you can also harvest honey, and then you can care for Koguma the same way that you can care for everybody else, and you can feed them all at the same time here too. So let's just test it out. So cute. Aww. That's it, essentially. That's kind of the whole game. It's interesting that in the trailers, they marketed this game towards women in their 20s and 30s, which makes sense because Kaori, in Rilakkuma's story lore, is a woman, an office worker in her 20s, 30s area. It's also just a fact that one of Rilakkuma's target demographics is women in their 20s and 30s, like me. But another one of their demographics is children, for sure, and the mechanics of this game are definitely at a child's level, but I think that adults can enjoy it too. I really enjoyed this game because of the cuteness and the ambiance. I just wanted to interact with Rilakkuma, Kurilakkuma, and Kiratori and found that it made me really happy to just see these things. I knew that going into this game, I wasn't looking for something that was going to be super engaging with heavy strategy or push the limits of my reaction time and test my reflexes, but instead I just wanted to be absorbed in this cute and happy world. And the game did just that. It did not hold my attention for hours, but I don't think that it's meant to be played in that way. I think that it's just something that you pick up for a little happy break and play for a little while and then walk away from and do something else. There doesn't seem to be any repercussions for not playing this game. The way that Animal Crossing does, if you don't play it daily, you'll lose villagers and things will die. It just seems like Rilakkuma's room and space will get messy, which happens regardless, so it doesn't matter if you take a week off from this game, if you play it every day, it's still gonna be the same amount of messy. The cleaning aspect I kind of am not a fan of because I do a lot of cleaning just in general because I am home the most, and also tidiness bothers me the most out of my roommates, but I kind of wish that there was different ways to clean. It wasn't just clicking each individual thing and throwing it away, but oh well. I think that this is a great game for Rilakkuma fans with an added bonus of if you want to practice Japanese. If you are not committed enough to buying this game but want to see more gameplay of it, I really recommend Kogubear, who is both a YouTuber and a streamer who has played a lot more of this game with less commentary than this video, so you can see more of how it actually plays. I also made an entirely separate video on my Patreon of just my gameplay. It's available now to all patron levels. If there are any other cute games that you would like me to review or you would like to see me play, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any experience with this game yourself, please let me know your thoughts too. I hope that with the popularity of the Netflix series that we will see more Rilakkuma products overseas and maybe even some localized games. Here's hoping.